Hi students, welcome back. This is lecture 10 in our epic video lecture series. Are you ready for a fantastic lecture? I've got a good one. Let's get started. The first one, some of these words today are a little bit difficult. The first one, I don't think you're familiar with. Please repeat after me. Penultimate. Penultimate. The first time I heard that word, I thought it meant awesome, like the ultimate adventure. The penultimate. Penultimate, to me, I don't know why, it just sounded like extra debak. Nope. It means second to last. For example, this is on your handout, but the penultimate chapter of a book, the second to last chapter. That's all it is. The penultimate chapter, second to last. By the way, guys, this is our penultimate lecture. There will be one more lecture, regular lecture, and then final exam review, and finished. I'll see you in September. So, say it with me once more. Penultimate. Just like penultimate. Second to last, or next to last. In Korean, Gote sa du banje. Second to last. Penultimate. Look at the next one, guys. Sylvan. Again, I don't think you're familiar with this word. Sylvan, it just means forested, located in a forest or a wooded area. It's easier if I just show you. Looks like this. One of my favorite places to film our lectures is in Seoul Forest, and my second favorite place is Yogi at Gyeonggi-dae. Some students call it Gyeonggi-land. Anyway, it makes me feel peaceful, and I hope it makes you feel relaxed as well. Scott. Look at the example. We enjoy visiting the park because it is filled with trees and is the most sylvan area in our crowded city. Sylvan area? Guys, it's just like here. Many trees, forested. Students, put a star by this word. I want you to find it on the test. Sylvan, living or located in a forest or wooded area. Okay, look at the next one. Intolerable. So you know the prefix in means not. So literally, not tolerable. Intolerable. If you describe something as intolerable, you mean that it is so bad, so terrible, that no one can bear it, or manage it, or tolerate it. Now let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Look at the fourth example. The educational system in Korea puts intolerable pressure on young people. Look at the last example. He felt the stress from his job was intolerable. Incidentally, I hope you never have a job where the stress is intolerable. I'm sure there'll be some stress that's kind of normal for any profession, but if you find that the stress is intolerable, quit. Really. Never lose sight of your long-term happiness. And you don't have to ask for permission to resign. Please, may I quit? No. Thank you for the opportunity. Goodbye. You will never see them again. And honestly, guys, you will probably have, well, let me rephrase this. Your first job out of college probably will not be your last. You might have 4, 5, maybe even 6 jobs through the course of your professional life. So if you feel that the work is unfulfilling, it's not interesting, or you find the stress is intolerable, I hope you think about your health and happiness. Okay, so intolerable in Korean, 견딜 수 없는. 견딜 수 없는. Cool. Look at the next one. This one's easy. I use it all the time. Queasy. Do you know queasy? Means feel sick to your stomach, feeling a little nauseous. What is that in Korean? 메스가와지다. 메스가와지다? Can you think of a time where you feel 메스가와지다? What about, do you like roller coasters? Maybe if you go upside down, you might lose your lunch. Sometimes after a ride like this, your stomach might feel queasy. Oh gosh, guys, I'm a little embarrassed to tell you this, but more than anything, the number one thing that makes me queasy? Cars. Here's a photograph of 3 children in the back seat, and they're all, it appears to be, vomiting into a bag. I can strongly relate to this feeling. I often feel motion sickness in a car or a long bus ride. I can't look at my smartphone. It makes me queasy fast. Strangely, I don't know why, but if I'm driving, I never feel motion sickness. But if I'm in the back seat, I can feel queasy, and I hate that feeling. I hope my lecture doesn't make you feel queasy. Queasy? 메스가와지다. I like that. 메스가와지다. Okay. What else? This next one I know you know. Gothic. It's the same in Korean. Gothic. Characterized by a gloomy. You guys know that word, gloomy? In Korean it's adukan. Characterized by a gloomy setting and grotesque, that just means ugly, and grotesque or violent events such as a literary, so novels, such as a literary or artistic style. And as you know, it's also a type of medieval architecture. Looks like this. This photograph was taken in Venice. Do you like Gothic architecture? Some people do. This is a Gothic cathedral in Milan. This is the interior of a Gothic cathedral. So that's it. Gothic. Look at the next one. It's the only adverb on our list. Unquestionably. Unquestionably means without a doubt or certain. Not able to be questioned or doubted. Indisputable, undeniable. Okay. In Korean, what is it? Wishim hal yajiapshi? Let's see here, what do I have? Well, this is just a simple example, but look at this. Swimming with a great white shark is unquestionably dangerous. Michasa. Oh, so scary. Unquestionably dangerous. The planet Jupiter is unquestionably larger than planet Earth. Is there any doubt about that? Kim Tae-hee is unquestionably beautiful. That's just a joke. In Korean, Wishim hal yajiapshi. I like that. Wishim hal yajiapshi. Am I saying it correctly? Unquestionably. What's next? Oh, okay, guys. Put a star by this one. I want you to know this. Portend. Not pretend, but portend. Portend? Let's see here. Portend, to indicate, that means to show, to indicate beforehand that something is about to happen. Portend is a sign or warning that something, especially something momentous, that means of great importance. A sign or warning that something momentous or calamitous, that means disastrous, like fire, flood, hurricane. So a sign or warning that something momentous or calamitous is likely to occur. Okay. Look at the first example. It was a deeply superstitious. Do you know superstitious? Mishi no midnan? Mishi no midnan. Are you? Mishi no midnan? I'm not. It was a deeply superstitious country where earthquakes were commonly believed to portend the end of a dynasty. So, I don't know, just in this example, maybe Changguk. If there was an earthquake, people saw it as a sign that the dynasty might soon end. Look at the second example, guys. Solar and lunar eclipses were regarded or considered as bad omens. Do you know an omen? In Korean it's jingjo. So solar and lunar eclipses were regarded as bad omens in the ancient world. They would often portend some major events. Okay. According to ancient Hindu texts, solar eclipses portend natural disasters like fires and floods, and pregnant women who go into labor during an eclipse are more likely to give birth to children with physical deformities. Let's take a look. Uh-oh. Look at this. This is a very old drawing. Here you can see there's a solar eclipse, but look at the people down here. They're freaking out. Oh my God. But we know better. Have you ever seen a solar or lunar eclipse? Guys, I have something special I want to show you. I brought this from home. This is a newspaper which I saved. It's from the New York Times. It's Miguk. It's dated August 2017, so almost 4 years ago. I saw a solar eclipse while I was visiting my family. And believe it or not, day turned to night for like 20 minutes. And it was crazy. Furthermore, this solar eclipse, it's the only one I've ever seen in my life, and I do not expect I will see one again. I saw the solar eclipse. It was my last day in Miguk. The next morning, I would fly to Korea. That's a true story. Anyway, I hope you get to see one. Anyway, that's portend. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the fourth example, guys. I did not know this. Crows are believed to portend death. Did you know that? I did not. I think that's funny because oftentimes when I'm making our lecture, there are some crows flying around. I'm not sure what that portends. Maybe difficult final exam. Only kidding. So guys, that's portend. What is it in Korean? Junjoida, foreshadow. Jehelo gyungo hada. Aha, portend disaster. Guys, I don't have this on your paper, but it doesn't have to be fire or something or solar eclipse. For example, a declining stock market might portend, might be a sign, a recession. 이해하세요? So a declining stock market portends a recession. So just keep an open mind. It doesn't have to be something catastrophic or calamitous. Okay, so that's portend. What's next? Boy, these words are hard today. This next one, it's a noun, schism. Please say it with me. Schism. Just like my name, Scott. Schism. It's a split, a division from one group into two. It looks like this. Keep this picture in your mind. See the crack? This is a schism. What do I have? So when there's a schism, a group divides into two groups as a result of differences in thinking and beliefs. Unfortunately, in my country, there's a deepening schism, a political schism. In Korean, 정치분열, between the two major political parties, the Republicans, which is now controlled by Trump, and the Democrats. This really makes me depressed. The two sides, it's okay to have philosophical disagreements about taxes or the role of government, but this schism is so harmful to the national fabric. They don't just disagree, but they've come to hate each other. And I regret that very much. At any rate, that's a political schism. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Look at the fourth example, guys. The Eastern Orthodox Church, the Eastern Orthodox and Roman Catholic churches have been at odds, that just means in conflict, since the Great Schism of 1054. Okay, let me take a moment to explain this. So take a look at this. This is an old map of Europe. And in Western Europe is Roman Catholic, and Eastern Europe is Orthodox. I have a better map. Look at this one. You can see it, I think, better. Roman Catholic, Eastern Orthodox. So until this time, all of Christendom existed under one body, but the churches in the East began developing distinct cultural and theological differences from those in the West. And over time, these differences led to a schism. They split. And in plain English, guys, they just had different ideas about God. That's oversimplification, but take a look at this. You probably recognize Pope Francis here, the leader of the Roman Catholic Church, but who's he walking with here? You see? This man, his name is Bartholomew, and he is the current Archbishop of Constantinople. Do you remember hierarchy? Bartholomew is the spiritual leader of 300 million Orthodox Christians. And Francis and Bartholomew, they have met, I don't know how many times, 2 or 3 times, in an attempt to heal the division, the rift, the schism. But the schism is 1,000 years old, so not surprisingly, they were not successful. But maybe someday. Anyway, guys, schism, a split. There's some really good synonyms. I underline it on my handout. You don't have to do it for yours, but do you see where I am? I know it's backwards. Hit pause. Disharmony, rift, a split, a division, political or religious. Okay, so that's schism. There's a spider on my paper. Look at the next one. Antipathy, not antipathy. The stress is on the second syllable. Antipathy just means a strong dislike. Feeling of strong dislike, opposition, or anger. Oh yeah, this has been in the news a lot lately, so I chose this. Unfortunately, there is deep antipathy between the Israelis and the Palestinians. Especially over the issue of who controls Jerusalem. I don't have this on your paper, but it's not unusual for older Koreans to express antipathy towards the Japanese government. And if you look at the second example on your handout, I circled it on mine. I always have difficulty pronouncing this word, but I know some people feel antipathy towards chaebol. In English, it's conglomerate. It's the really big companies in Korea like Samsung, LG. In Korean, it's chaebol. Am I saying it correctly? Chaebol. Anyway, people feel antipathy towards these powerful families and the influence that they wield in society. Anyway, that's antipathy. Bangam. Let's keep going. This next one, I really like this word. I'll be honest, I don't use it a lot myself, but I think it's fine English. Please repeat after me. Primordial. Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Primordial. Primordial. It means ancient. And not like ancient Greece, but going back to the most ancient times. We use primordial to describe things that belong to a very early time in the history of the world, not human history. The beginning of the beginning. Take a look at this. Primordial earth. Primordial oceans. Ihehesea. Ancient. Oh, look at this. I have a photograph of your great-great-grandfather. Primordial life. Primordial DNA. There's a good synonym. This probably won't be on the test, but there's a synonym, primeval. Primeval. Again, it's very similar to primordial, just means ancient. Okay, primordial forms of life. One thing, ek. One thing ek. Cool, I didn't know that. One shishi debu taui. Primeval. Okay, well, keep it in mind. Look at this next one. This one's a good one, and I use it from time to time. Quintessential. It's an adjective. And very simply, guys, say it with me. Quintessential. Quintessential. Faster. Quintessential. In my own mind, quintessential just means a perfect example. Period. Quintessential is a perfect example of type of person or thing. Quintessential. I have an example. Let's see here. Well, look at the last one. The houses in Andong. Andong? Andong Jimdok? The houses in Andong represent quintessential Korean style. Well, let's take a look. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Quintessential. I have kind of a simple example. It's the second one. Tteokbokki is the quintessential street food in Korea. I wonder, do you agree? I was just trying to make an example. What is quintessential in Korean? Jeonhyungjakin. Is that right? Jeonhyungjakin? Or alternatively, I'm not sure how to say it. Hekshimjakin? Am I saying that correctly? Scott is the quintessential professor whose commitment to students is absolute. Okay, guys, a few more and we'll be done. This next one, easy, and I use it a lot. Plausible. Please repeat after me. Plausible. Plausible just means believable or likely to be true. What do I have here? Yeah, all right, exactly that. Look at the first example. Her story sounded perfectly plausible. In plain English, her story seemed believable. So for example, Every once in a while, a student might come to my class a little bit late, and I will say, "Hey, buddy, I'm glad you made it. You know, where have you been?" And he or she will say, "Oh, sorry, professor, I overslept, or I missed my bus or train." Well, I guess they could be lying, but I have overslept. I have missed my train. So their story sounds plausible, likely to be true. By the way, you don't have to know this for the test, but the opposite of plausible is implausible. Im, the prefix, implausible. Plausible, implausible. In Korean, I'm not sure how to say this very well, guys. Galaldatan. Did I say it right? Galaldatan? Or alternatively, Jungmalgatan? Jungmalgatan. Interesting. I'm probably not saying it right, but check the translation. What is Jingagatan? What's the difference? I'm not sure. Okay, 2 more, and then we'll be out of here, guys. This next one, preposterous. It's an adjective. Preposterous. Please say it with me. Preposterous. Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Preposterous. 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 Something that is preposterous, so contrary to reason, or logic, or common sense, as to be laughable. It's absurd or ridiculous. So, for example, the idea that extraterrestrials, so aliens, built the pyramids is preposterous. Indeed, it does not sound plausible. It is implausible. Another example. Do you guys know this? Stonehenge. It's in Yongguk. So the theory that Stonehenge was constructed by alien life forms is utterly preposterous. Means totally crazy. Okay, so that's preposterous. Last one, guys. Adjective, and I think you'll probably know this one. Therapeutic. Please say it with me. Therapeutic. Having the power to heal or cure. Having a beneficial effect on the body and the mind. Or just causing someone to feel happier and more relaxed, or to be more healthy. For example, the therapeutic benefits of yoga. Have you ever tried yoga? I haven't, but I would like to. Frankly, I think it would be good for my ankle and my mental health. If you look at the second example, many believe in the therapeutic effects, so the healing attributes of the waters of hot spring. So for example, Jimjilbang. I've never been to one. I'm a little shy to undress, but some people say soaking in the water, the hot water, has a therapeutic effect. Many years ago, I went to Japan and I visited what's called a onsen. Onshin? Onsen? Anyway, it's a hot spring, and it was a good experience. But how about this? Look at the third example. A good laugh. Invariably, that just means always. A good laugh always makes me feel better. I honestly believe that it has a therapeutic effect on my disposition. So it has a beneficial effect on my mood. Laughter. Laughter is therapeutic. Professor is a little silly, but it makes me happy. Interesting. Have you ever tried this? Acupuncture? I've never tried acupuncture. It has been practiced in Eastern medicine for centuries, but in Western countries, I'm not sure why, but health insurance does not cover acupuncture. So you have to pay with your own money. Take a look at this. Aha. Whoa. Do you know this? In English, it's called cupping. In Korean, I think it's buhang. Whoa. Look at that. Have you ever tried this? I'm not sure what happens. Does it suck out the bad blood? Is that what it does? What do they do with it? Anyway, some people believe buhang has a therapeutic effect. Well, what else? Can you think of something that is therapeutic? Maybe you enjoy drawing or listening to music. That can have a therapeutic effect. For me, guys, the number one therapy is gardening. Working in the garden, and actually just sitting in a sylvan area is therapeutic for me. Both my mom and dad, and I have a brother who's 10 years older than me, all of them, my mom, my dad, my brother, they are all gardeners. And out of the four of us, I'm the least talented. So of course, I love flowers and trees, but whenever I'm working in the garden, my mind drifts away. And I can't really explain it well, but it is good for my soul. After working in the yard, I feel more healthy, my mind and my body. It's really enjoyable. I think that's why I often go to Seoul Forest and come here to make our lectures. It makes me feel good. Well, so that's therapeutic. I'll stop here. Maybe I would like to just give you a quick look around this sylvan area. Just a moment. I don't know if this will work. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour. I'll see you soon, guys. Goodbye.